So where are we in terms of Kyrie? Because we're not the only ones who have been following this closely. Everybody else around the NBA, he wants to go to the Lakers. What's the situation there?
Yeah, so one of the big challenges, he makes $36 million, as we know, because he picked up that option. It's hard to trade a $36 million contract. It's especially hard to trade a $36 million contract if you're in a restructuring situation with your team. You're not looking to take on $70 million or $100 million over the next couple of years. So the amount of players that the Nets can sign, we also don't know. Maybe they trade Durant, maybe they trade his one player for 4 or 5 players. And then you don't have the roster spots to now break it down. So first off, I think the Nets are going to have to wait and see what they do for Durant, and then they're going to have to evaluate, do they want to take on money? So Kyrie is his value
kind of along for the ride.
Yes, and his value is very low. He's going to be a rental player at best. He wanted to be in Brooklyn, allegedly, and look the way he behaved. What happens if he got sent to a place he didn't want to be? So he's made it clear he wants to be a Laker. The problem is the trade that makes sense is Russell Westbrook. Okay, that's great. The Lakers fans are in tears over that development. But Russell Westbrook makes $47 million.
Right.
The trade
11 million more, right?
The trade actually, it works in terms of the NBA trade rules, but it doesn't work on the books.
Especially because the Brooklyn Nets are already way into the luxury tax, and you add 11 million on top of that, you're now going backwards from talent level, and you're going upwards in luxury tax.
Jalen, your thoughts?
If they trade Kyrie, they owe him $5 million trade bonus too.
Oh, don't even. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. Jalen?
20-year veteran. I can't see the show, but I think I look good, and I know I can hear you. But back to what I was saying. So here's the deal. Kevin Durant, it's okay to admit when you made a mistake. That's what I meant when I said it takes courage to be happy. Kevin Durant is admitting, guys, that he's taking the onus on this because he's breaking up with both of them. He's breaking up with the Nets, and he's breaking up with Kyrie. Just think about this. If the Nets would have gave Kyrie a long-term deal, he would have signed it. He would have signed it. KD's already under contract, and he wants to leave. He wants to leave. He realizes that when he looks back at his journey, he's played with some of the best players in the entire league, Kevin Durant. And he's shown playing with those guys he can be elite. But in leaving the Golden State Warriors, he underestimated the journey that Kyrie Irving already had with not wanting to play with LeBron, how he got out of Boston. So he allowed him to be the big little brother and take the lead because the first year Kevin Durant was going to be injured. So he needed Kyrie to hold it down. So now that KD sees that he's not going to change Kyrie and he can't fix the Nets as they just traded for Ben Simmons while he's injured, he's breaking up with both of them. So that's where I lie with this situation.